Third tactic I'm going to show you to torture the narcissist.
The third strategy is when you do the reverse Uno card on them and you reverse it. Ultimately, in the relationship with the narcissist, the purpose of the narcissistic relationship is to draw you in and get you close to them so that ultimately they can get rid of you. This is always the end goal. Otherwise, you're not talking about narcissistic personality disorder. The end goal, no matter which route we go to get there, whether it's because of friends or political views or something you allegedly did or said, you were always going to be discarded. You were not chosen to be with. You were chosen to be with and then to discard. So this is always the end goal. Now, when I say play the reverse Uno card, what do I mean? If you do that to them, if you devalue them, and you discard them. And when you devalue them, look, you can't fake it. I mean, this is a very childish and very impressionable personality disorder. It's not particularly street smart or savvy or good with people, which is why it's maladaptive and why they have so much trouble. But they do understand meta-communication very well because they are hypervigilant. Meta-communication is not the content of what you're saying so much as the way you're saying it. Your tone of voice, your register, your volume, your body language, your micro-expressions on your face, everything else. If you genuinely devalue them, it will show in your meta-communication. If you genuinely start looking at them like, wow, I thought you were really smart, but it's becoming apparent you're a bit of a dummy, or I thought you were really compelling or powerful or charismatic, and it turns out you're actually quite a dull, fraudulent charlatan who repeats themselves a lot and tells lots of lies, then you're automatically and spontaneously going through the devaluation phase. They'll feel that and it will put them into an anxiety. It starts to create narcissistic mortification. If you then ultimately go from devaluing, which is what they were going to do to you, and you discard them, devalue and discard is not emotional. There isn't an opposite to adoration. So you don't go from I adore you to I despise you. No, they feed off all that. Because if you despise somebody, you're like, you're my nemesis. You're the, Satan to my Jesus or whatever your thing is. You're creating more drama and there's more emotion. They don't care whether you love them or you hate them as long as they are significant. This renders them insignificant. Anything that renders them insignificant causes them to experience the death. The false self loses energy. It powers down, it powers down, and they panic because they feel like they're dying because that's all they have is their false delusional self.